Do you love classic films? Well, then the label for you is probably Warner Archive Collection. Warner Archive digs deep into classic Hollywood and brings the physical media fan some amazing releases. Today we're talking about a brand new release from Warner Archive Collection, but there is a little bit of some bad news about this release. So if you want to find out about it, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and let's jump into this. Warner Archive Collection is known for bringing classic films back to life. I mean, when you look from the films from the 30s and the 40s, a lot of these old films really are in kind of rough shape. They've not been taken care of real well, and over time, the old films just kind of deteriorate and they don't look as good. Well, Warner Archive has been taking these older films and digitally restoring them and remastering them and cleaning them up and making them look absolutely spectacular. And the latest one that they've done this with is Three Comrades. This is a pretty interesting little film. This is, of course, from the novel Three Comrades, from the novelist that brought us All's Quiet on the Western Front. Okay, let's take a quick look at what this is, and then we'll talk about the film itself. World War I is over. Let the living begin. So 3 German soldiers open a repair shop and get on with their lives. Erich, played by Robert Taylor, finds unexpected love with a frail Patricia, and Godfrey, played by Robert Young, falls in with a verboten anti-nationalist group, and Otto approaches each day with worldly cynicism. Interesting. And through all that is to come, these men know they will remain 3 comrades. Okay, so it's kind of this is not a funny film. This is not really an adventure film. This is more of a romantic drama, if you will. And this film actually is kind of so dramatic that it can almost feel sometimes, especially without being too much of a spoiler, with the way it plays out, it kind of becomes depressing in a lot of ways. So you have to have a mindset of I'm going in with this, okay, I'm going to be depressed, because otherwise it's going to depress you. It's just that type of a film. It's not an uplifting film. It's more of, it's kind of depressing at the end. So it just is what it is. But it is a really good film. It's really well produced. It's really well acted. I mean, the actors in this really put everything into it, and it really is awesome. It really is well done. And Warner Archive did a tremendous job with restoring this film. There is basically no signs of any kind of specks of dirt or debris. There's no scratches. There's no damage to the print. It looks amazing. It really does. And as far as the audio goes, the audio is clear as a bell. There's no hissing, no pop, no any of those audio anomalies that you would hear in these old films. It's crystal clear. It's really, really awesome. There's also English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, which is always a nice bonus. Now, in addition to the newly restored version of this film, Warner Archive has produced and put on here some really awesome bonus features. First off, we get the theatrical trailer. Now, it's interesting to note that the theatrical trailer is in pretty rough shape. And it's understandable because this is an old... You think of trailers were not really meant to be kept. So they really are... The theatrical trailer doesn't look too spectacular, but it's still nice to have that on there to see for an archival type of thing. In addition to that, there is 2 bonus shorts. There is the MGM short, or the short, the face behind the mask. Now this is really cool because it's the Man in the Iron Mask, and it's kind of a little short that it explores that historical thing, and it's really a pretty awesome little short. And then the thing that I was most excited about with the bonus features was the other one, which was How to Raise a Baby. It's a comedy short by Robert Benchley. Now, I really enjoy the Robert Benchley shorts. Robert Benchley is really a lot of fun to watch. He's really fun. He has a lot of he's got kind of a dry wit to him, but he is so awesome. Now, that was what I was most excited about, right? Because I love the bonus features. I really do. I enjoy them so much. Now, the interesting thing is, with this, I was like, let's jump into this. And I said earlier on, there is some bad news about this release. A little bit of something we got to talk about. And it is simply that apparently there is a encoding error with this release. The film is perfect. The short, The Face Behind the Mask, perfect. The theatrical trailer runs perfect. It's the Robert Benchley short. It runs probably about 3 to 4 minutes. The Robert Benchley short is, I think they're somewhere around 7 to 8 minutes, something like that. And it runs about 3, and then it just goes black screen, and then it just jumps back to the main menu. So this is, and I thought, well, maybe this was just my release, but I have noticed that many other reviewers have found this to be the same case. So apparently Warner Archive had a little encoding error on this release, and yeah, we lost the Robert Benchley short. That's kind of a shame, because Robert Benchley is a lot of fun. His shorts are really fun. I've always enjoyed those all through my life, and when we would watch him on TCM and stuff like that, I always thought he was so much fun to watch. And so that's a little bit of a bummer, to be honest with you. But it's still a really, really awesome little restoration of this film. If you love classic 30s melodramas and romantic dramas, Three Comrades is a really, really good one. There's great performances, and the restoration is spectacular. Just realize that you're not going to get the Robert Benchley short, because that's there's apparently an encoding error there, which is a bit of a shame. But still a nice little release for classic Hollywood fans. I want to thank Warner Archive for releasing this and sending a copy of us to us so that we could share it with you, and even tell you even a little bit about the bad stuff, but that's okay. You can get a full written review of this release. We have that up at Classic Cinema Plus. You can get a link below. And as always, we thank you for coming along for this ride as we talk classic cinema and classic Hollywood. Until we're with you next time, this is Jason reminding you that if you want to see a great film or a TV series, check out a classic. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and check out the videos at the video links at the end of this video. We also have a giveaway we'll link to, so be sure to go there and check that out. We'll see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.